Greetings and welcome back, everyone, to AAA Factorio with myself, Arumba,
Hey,
and Ace Ticho.
hey, Steve.
Oh, good job, Arumba.
Well, I'm already focused. I'm already thinking like, what am I
It's
building
in the
next?
zone,
You
to
know?
be fair.
That's my name.
Oh yeah. I think I'm supposed to
my lord.
talk here.
uh, yeah, I was going to say you'll need to like put that out one, but you've got it now, so.
Yeah, it's not the same. You always. I have a rough memory of like how I've done it before and it worked well, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Oh well,
The output from this is going to be quite nice.
it works. That's what's important. And then eventually we can maybe set up a train station, and it can be anywhere, and we can just set it up so that these raw resource lines are permanent inputs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. Now, that's one thing. Do you tend to smelt at the mining outpost, or do you bring back the ore and smelt at a single centralized smelting facility?
Me, it's usually a centralized smelting.
Yeah, I bring back the ore because it's a 1-to-1 ratio anyway, so.
Yeah.
Unless you play with the mods that I used last, which actually allow you to compress ore, which is kind of cool.
It's kind
You
of
can
like
compress 50 ore down into one item, and then you can have stacks of 200 of it.
Sounds
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That's actually really cool, yeah.
Completely removes the need for trains, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, trains are probably one of the more enjoyable aspects of Factorio.
The Rorqual of Factorio.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love my Rorqual.
So
Well,
you guys
actually-
are just like running around. Why don't you go do something?
I'm just
I-
watching the
I'm heading
fantasticness.
back. I've had enough of your crazy, enormous smelting facility. I'm going back to my
It's-
beautifully walled-in turrets with their protected lights.
We need more furnaces. We're about to go crazy on production.
That's true.
In more furnaces? Oh.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Why didn't you say so?
Middle.
we need more
So
steel
annoying.
furnaces.
Oh no, it's sure. Phew. Oh, so how do you factor steel into what you've got?
Well, you can
That's a good point, actually.
create another whole like furnace chain that just does steel, or you can create like halfway through. You can like do something like this. If you're over here, I can show you.
No, I'm not. Oh, where is the stone? Someone said we had stone stockpile, just regular raw stone.
I've got loads on me. I can dump it into a chest if you want.
Oh, yeah, just for making some more furnaces.
Let me
Oh,
make-
I have plenty of actual furnaces. I just meant I need to place them.
Oh, okay, never mind that.
Oh, we have no signs happening. Why do we have no signs happening?
Because
Avak's fault.
everyone is focused on making the raw resources. The refined resources, but not at all of leading it back to the science. We're going to need to move
Yeah.
the science somewhere else.
Yeah, it's
where
all just
gonna be much more
temporary.
convenient. And we also
I
need
think
to look
it's,
at how we're going to be setting up the main bus that's actually going to be carrying these resources around.
Yeah, I think it's time for Stejo to go build a main bus. Like go. So Stejo, this is what I mean. Like you can do something like this where you just kind of convert half of the furnace chain, change the raw resource from iron ore to iron plate,
Yeah, yeah. I see.
and then, or you can double it back, or you can do another one on the opposite side, like over here. There's all kinds of ways you can fit steel in, but I don't know. I just like having.
I was just wondering to see if you had like a very specific thing.
Mm-hmm. But I also find sometimes it's just easier to make the steel locally for stuff off the main bus, because
Yeah,
you
just-
usually don't even need that much,
Yeah.
but everything needs a little bit. So
Now, as I haven't played with you guys before, how do you usually approach like making things like gears and copper wire? Because when I'm making my own factories, I usually just have a huge section that's just producing that I can just expand over time, and that joins the main bus.
See, I don't ever put gears or copper wires onto the main bus. Well, I say I don't ever. I bet there's footage out there of me doing it, but just in before. But yeah, like because it's just for copper wire, it's just a factory that makes
Yeah, copper wire
wire.
is they're poor examples, but I mean like the not super advanced end goods, but the sort of intermediary goods. Gears and copper wire are poor examples because they are literally just steel. Iron or copper, which usually you have in enormous quantities wherever you want to use it. But
green circuits, red circuits.
Anything, pretty much everything beyond copper, wire, and gears. Why I pick them as the example is kind of painful. But
well, I tend to. It's generally green circuits, red circuits, plastic bars, batteries, and that's the only produced goods that go onto my main bus.
Okay.
So, right, where are we making this?
I don't know.
First off, I'm going to go and steal a load of Arumba's transport belt.
My transport belt.
Well,
It's our
gonna be mine.
transport belt.
It's going to be mine in a second.
It's teamwork.
Caesar doesn't understand this teamwork.
No, foreign concept.
He does, however, understand killing people while they sleep.
Yes, very good at that.
Well acquainted with this idea.
And stealing all your stuff.
Even when the rules of the service expressly say no. Naughty Stejo.
Less rules, more guidelines?
I see. I'm sorry, sir, but I just interpreted that law about not murdering people as more of a situational guideline, really.
Yeah.
Basically, if I really wanted to kill them, I assumed it didn't apply.
The other thing that's kind of nice about this furnace layout is that if you change the buffer chests to logistic chests, then everything's just already part of the network.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's actually a really good idea.
Yep, I like that.
Yeah. Right, okay, so we've got electronics. What are we going to be working on next? Could probably go for steel furnaces.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, we don't have
We
steel
haven't.
furnaces?
We don't have green science yet, though, do we? We really need this bus, Stejo. What's happening?
Yes. We're just waiting on it. I'm at the bus stop just now.
Oh, right, okay. I understand that well.
So it's just the same with any bus. I mean, you wait and you wait and you wait, and then all of a sudden there's 4 of them.
I would be fairly impressed if I look away for a moment and then look back and there are 4 buses already built, and you know, I would have to applaud your efficiency at that point. I'll be honest.
Oh god, I've got no iron plate.
Well, you stood right next to the whole area where they smelted. I'm gonna go and add some more boilers just because I can, and because this isn't finished yet, and it's kind of making my brain itch.
Is it making you suffer brain damage?
No, just brain itching. It's kind of a mild. It's something you can live with. It repairs itself in time.
Okay.
Just like your liver.
Okay. What is our power like at the moment? How much are we producing?
So you feel like 8 furnaces is going to be sufficient for now? Our production is like about 300 iron plate per minute.
16 furnaces, surely.
What's the one to bring that up? To your production per minute?
P, I think, for...
P.
Yeah, there we are. Fantastic.
Well, surely you should have 16 furnaces.
I mean, that would be fine, but that kind of does require the center line to be upgraded if we're going to upgrade them all to steel. Like if these all become steel furnaces, then 8's pretty good for the transport belt we're using right now.
Yeah, I think what we've got right now is fine.
Yeah, either side, yeah. My bad. That's what I was meaning.
Yeah.
I was just derping out.
Yeah, 16. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, 16 if it's both sides, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well in that case,
This is a lot of space we've got down here.
Yep. It was
Exactly.
a bit cool by Arumba to set up here instead of further away.
yeah, I like the forest to avoid pollution, but at the same time, I really like big open spaces.
To spend ages killing the forest when you want to expand.
Mm-hmm.
That's always kind of annoying. Right, we shouldn't need to expand our power for quite a while.
So if we use this as the beginning of our main bus,
Okay.
this left-hand side,
Right. Okay.
Damn you! No, that other one was the beginning. Stupid transport bill didn't get the memo.
Where's the nearest biter base? Just over there. You know what? I'm gonna build a shotgun and then a bunch of. Ooh, not quite that many carriages.
I'm really looking forward to this thing being on
Iron,
Steam.
copper,
This is going to
copper.
be a great release for them, I think.
Oh man, yeah. The
Such a good game.
just Steam Workshop integration.
Oh, that would
Yeah.
be modding so much better than it currently is.
Yeah. Current modding is kind of,
It's painful, let's be honest.
it's kind of like with the way that it is with like Paradox Interactive, like having to go into the forums just to download a mod, and then there's no real compatibility at all.
Yeah.
Like a lot of mods you can run together, but
So what are you thinking here then, Steve Joe?
I'm thinking iron, then copper, then red circuits at the bottom, green circuits at the top. Then there's enough space if we want to put any chemicals, or if we want to pipe anything in between them as well.
Steel, plastic?
Well, if you want. Well, that's like, there's extra space to put extra rows in if we need it anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, we can just add them further on the outside. Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Oh, you're building down
Wow.
towards the main bus.
Okay.
am I doing it wrong? I'm sorry.
No?
This was I was just planning on having another furnace column for steel production if we want it.
Noticing that our copper production is starting to get a little bit sketchy. We probably want a few more mines.
Yeah,
there's
that's
only-
probably
I'll
the
go
furnaces
take care of that now.
I think are higher capacity than the smelting is right now. Actual mining. That's what's nice about this, is that because the furnaces always run at full speed, you can see very easily where your shortfall is, whether
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. I like that because we're actually accruing a pretty good surplus of iron while we're waiting on this main bus getting created.
Mhm.
About to get myself some armor. Fantastic.
Copper rod.
Waiting on all these circuits being made.
Right, so the first thing we're going to want will be probably circuit production.
Yes. Basically, we want to try and automate at least up to green science pretty much straight away. Blue science is kind of an art, really. But at least up to green, it's pretty standard fare.
Don't you have a really good layout for blue science, Arumba?
me. No.
Or was it
No.
green science? You had a really good one in the last series.
Yeah, for green it's easy, but for blue it's
Blue
just a
becomes
matter.
a little bit
you
more
know,
complicated.
like
yeah.
like Avak said, it's an art. You've got pipes and transport belt going everywhere,
Yeah.
and eventually you end up with science.
Ta-da!
More or less, yeah. I usually use loops heavily once I get to blue, and up until then, I don't really use loops much for science at all, except around the actual lab. But by the time you get to blue, you're looking at something that gets really quite complicated, really, really fast, because it's like exponential complexity growth by the time you get to blue.
Yep.
Oh, that's you turn up here.
Have you not seen this before?
No.
Oh, that's right. If you've only watched my latest series, then you won't have seen this.
Oh, I see. I thought you were going to be doing something weird about passing something down through the middle there, but I see what you've done. That's quite cool. Right. And then power in the middle. Oh, that's fantastic. I like it.
Yep, it's lovely. It probably came
That's
from
for,
some forum user or something like that.
See,
Are
I
you
don't
doing
do enough of
circuits?
that. I don't actually go on the forums enough and learn what the super efficient stuff that people have found, because part of the game for me is just discovering it myself. But every now and then I'll come across something like this. I'm like, my God, it's full of stars.
I've got a fantastic one that someone sent me for doing all the different transport belts, which is just amazing.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, actually, the transport belts, like the inserters, are fairly easy. They just like the inserters are stupid easy. Each one just feeds into the last, and you add one extra component. So going off the main bus is trivially easy. Oh, I see. I was wondering what you were doing there. I remember actually. Right, I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna find some more bases to destroy.
You're gonna
And-
destroy robot? Like, you mean biters?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Because
I suppose.
I mean, there's the steel up here. Oh, sorry, iron. I'm always going to be calling that steel, by the way. We can just wipe out because our pollution is starting to overcome the forest over there, and I'm fairly certain that possibly once we start making things on the main bus, that's just going to start pulling things down. I mean, I could just set up some defenses, I suppose. In fact, yeah, why not? I wish biters dropped things because then you could grind them.
Grind them for what? Experience?
No, but like drops. If the biters themselves, for
Yeah.
example, carried some sort of purple sands, then there'd be an incentive for me not to destroy their base. If I had a particularly well set up defensive structure, then I could just let them continually hurl themselves at my defenses.
Get yourself a little biter farm.
Yeah, exactly. I'm terrible for that in things like Minecraft and things. I have to automate everything, including killing mobs.
Well, that's the only interesting thing about Minecraft to me is like the automation of everything, and just the exact same as this game. It's why this game appeals to me so much. It's just being able to automate even the most mundane of things.
We've got advanced material processing queued, and we have no science. Like, why don't we? We should really get
Yeah.
science started. What, Stijo, with the bus? The bus is really you're slow.
I'm picking stuff up.
Poor old Stejo.
Make the bus.
It's Arumba. He's a vicious taskmaster.
I know, but it's justifiable.
Just don't
I
annoy him,
suppose.
otherwise he might get the whip.
I'm not sure what you're doing over here, Arumba, and I'm sure that at some point it's going to require and necessitate some changes, but I'm just carrying out some power right here, and you can just do whatever you want later on if you need to change it.
Well, based on where Stijo put that main bus, I'm actually redirecting the outputs west instead of east.
Ah, cool. Okay, well, that's fine then. I'm just trying to predict where these biters are going to come in and attack. Well, actually, we could probably just set it up right here next to the coal and move it later on if need be. Now, the thing is, you know what? Let me... I'm going to set up just some automation, just a large-scale automation for the ammo, because we're going to use
Time
lots of it.
splitters.
There's no two ways about it. We're
Yeah.
going to go through that stupid fast, so I'm just going to grab a bunch and start making that.
Ammo is one of those things I usually skip because I
Really?
usually just I go straight for lasers. Straight for lasers and distractor bombs.
Yep.
Well, the reason why I usually have ammo is I never use a tractor box, which is probably the biggest thing. But I often have regular ammo as a backup in case the biters manage to damage something carrying power out to my outposts. I always have the outposts having their own little gun supply.
All right.
Just so that if a brownout happens because I've expanded the base too much just at the wrong time and a biter comes along, then my sort of like my fire bases have like a secondary weapon system, conventional weapons. Doesn't do too badly generally. One thing I really dislike though, and this is something that's bugged me ever since I started playing this game, is the way that gun turrets are taller than they are wide.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I
but-
wouldn't even mind if they were 2x2.
yeah, just so that they'd be symmetrical. Yeah.
Yeah, but laser turrets aren't.
True.
It's just strange. Just a strange design decision.
It could just be the graphic. That
No,
they,
the actual,
No.
the
their
actual
footprint is different.
box. Yeah, the actual footprint on them.
Wait, sure, but notice how, like when they made the first initial graphic for the gun turret, they may have just made it that way, and then it didn't
Oh, right. I see what you're saying.
rotate well, so they decided to.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming that this whole thing is copper, so yeah. Well, this is not pretty, Joe, but there's your
That's
copper.
fine. Thanks.
Got lots of bends, bendy wendy.
Oh, well, I think you... Yeah, no, that's right.
Right. Well, on that note, now that Steve Joe has actually got a main bus going, and we've even got some basic manufacturing of green circuits, I think it's a good place for us to wrap up. So thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed the episode and will be joining us for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.
All right, see you soon.